Attention passionate Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Guys, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most shocking and game-changing rumors we've seen in recent NFL history. Rumor has it that Patrick Mahomes, the reigning superstar quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, might be heading to the Seattle Seahawks in what would be a blockbuster trade. Yeah, you heard that right. Mahomes, the guy who's been dominating the league, winning Super Bowls, earning MVPs, and redefining what a modern quarterback looks like, could be donning the Seahawks colors next season. Now, I know, it sounds almost too crazy to believe, but the sources are out there, and the details on this are pretty compelling if you look at the bigger picture. Let's first look at what's happening with the Chiefs. After a really disappointing 7-10 record this past season, Kansas City is clearly in a rebuilding phase, especially on defense, which was leaking points at a rate of 27 points per game. That's not typical for a team that was once a perennial AFC powerhouse. They're trying to manage their cap space, too. Mahomes has a cap hit of around $58, $6 million, which is a hefty chunk of their payroll. The Chiefs are reportedly freeing up around $50 million to invest in younger players, which makes sense given their current rebuild. But the thing is, the team is also navigating some roster issues, including injuries like the one to Cross, who tore his Achilles and was placed on IR in Week 10, and Lucas, who's been battling a neck injury that caused him to miss 4 games. Now here's the kicker. The Chiefs are reportedly open to trading Mahomes, and the proposed deal involves first-round picks in 2026 and second-round picks in 2027. The reasoning. Kansas City is looking to rebuild their offensive line, which has struggled, ranking around a PFF grade of 66. Plus, they're planning to extend Travis Kelce's contract, which is a priority for them. The big picture here is that Kansas City might be planning a tank, focusing on accumulating draft capital and younger assets, especially since they are aware that Mahomes is 30 now and might be nearing the peak of his career. The move could be driven by a desire to reset, especially after a disappointing season that saw them miss the playoffs altogether. Meanwhile, the Seahawks are in a very different spot. After finishing 13-3 in 2025, Seattle is looking to capitalize on their window. They still have a talented roster, especially with Geno Smith as their quarterback, but they know they need to elevate their offense to truly contend for a Super Bowl. That's where Mahomes could come into play. Imagine a scenario where the Seahawks, with their cap space estimated between $65 to $70 million in 2026, absorb Mahomes' contract and make him their franchise quarterback for the next several years. That would be a game changer. Mahomes, who threw for over 285 yards in 2025, with 32 touchdowns and just 10 interceptions, plus rushing for an additional 410 yards and 4 touchdowns, would instantly elevate Seattle's offense to a whole new level. Now, some fans might be questioning the feasibility of this move. After all, Mahomes is a franchise icon and perhaps the best quarterback in the league today. But the NFL is a league where nothing is impossible, especially when it comes to blockbuster trades. The Seahawks have been known to make bold moves before, and with the way the team is built right now, adding a player like Mahomes could be the missing piece to finally catapult them into serious Super Bowl contention. Let's talk about what Mahomes could bring to the Seahawks. His impact would be immediate. His ability to maximize the talents of receivers like DK Metcalf, who could see his yardage explode past 400 yards with Mahomes throwing him the ball, is a huge factor. Mahomes' precision passing, combined with his ability to make big-time throws under pressure, would open up the Seahawks' offense in ways we haven't seen in recent years. His presence alone would make defenses think twice, giving more room for Walker to run and creating mismatches all over the field. Plus, with Mahomes' knack for extending plays and his elite EPA per play, around 0.23, Seattle's offense would become a nightmare for opposing defenses. Defensively, the Seahawks could see some benefits as well. Having a quarterback who can keep drives alive and score quickly would take pressure off their defense, allowing them to be more aggressive and create more turnovers. Their PFF grade on defense, which was around 88. 9 last season, could see further improvements as the team gains confidence, knowing they have a true game-changer leading the charge. Mahomes' leadership qualities would also be a huge boost for the locker room, inspiring the younger guys and helping create a winning culture. Of course, this kind of move would come with its challenges. The financial aspect is significant, with Mahomes' cap hit being around $58, $6 million. But the Seahawks have shown they're willing to spend big to win, and with $65.70 million in cap space, they could absorb his contract while still making other moves to strengthen the roster. The team would need to be smart with their cap management, extending certain players like Metcalf or Walker to ease the burden and possibly restructuring other deals. Now, looking ahead, the implications are huge. If the Seahawks manage to acquire Mahomes, their odds of winning the Super Bowl shoot up dramatically. Bookmakers are already taking notice, with current odds for Seattle to win Super Bowl LXI at around +500, but with Mahomes in the fold, those odds could improve to +800 or even better. His track record in the playoffs is stellar, over 3-0 yards in postseason play, with a knack for stepping up when it matters most. The combination of Mahomes and Pete Carroll's coaching staff could create a dynasty, especially if they can surround Mahomes with the right supporting cast. And let's not forget the NFC West. If Seattle pulls off this kind of move, they could dominate the division for years to come. The Rams and 49ers, both formidable teams, would have to rethink their strategies. The Niners, in particular, have been trying to build around Brock Purdy, but Mahomes would be a whole different level. The Rams, with their high-powered offense, would have to scramble to match up. It's a seismic shift that could redefine the NFC landscape. Now, I know this is all speculative at this point, and there are plenty of hurdles to clear, like whether the Chiefs would actually agree to such a deal and what the long-term implications might be. But if there's one thing NFL fans know, it's that the league is unpredictable and that crazy deals happen all the time. The idea of Mahomes in Seahawks green and blue isn't just wild fan talk. It's a real possibility if the stars align, and it could change everything for this franchise. So what do you think, Seahawks fans? Is this just a fantasy, or could we really see Mahomes in our uniform? Would you be all in on trading draft picks for a shot at the NFL's best quarterback? It's a bold move, but in today's NFL, with parity so razor-thin, sometimes you've got to take risks to make history. The Seahawks have a talented roster, an elite coaching staff, and now possibly a chance to bring in a generational talent that could lead us to another Super Bowl victory in 2026. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the draft, free agency, and the trade deadline will be critical. Seattle fans are already buzzing about the possibilities, and the coaching staff will surely be exploring every option to make this happen. With Mahomes potentially leading the charge, the Seahawks could be on the brink of a new era, one filled with hope, excitement, and the relentless pursuit of another Super Bowl ring. The NFC West would be in for a shakeup, and the entire league would be watching as Seattle aims to become the new powerhouse with one of the league's most electrifying quarterbacks. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Do you believe this trade is possible? Would you want it to happen? Or do you think it's just wishful thinking? Either way, I'm excited to see where this story goes. Keep your eyes peeled because I'll be back soon with even more updates, rumors, and analysis on the Seahawks' quest for another Super Bowl. Stay loyal, stay loud, and let's keep the passion alive. Go Hawks!